Hi, this is Gary Wise.
And Chris Scott here at Good Life. Gary, I wanted to share with our viewers an experience that I've noticed because I've been spending a lot of time in the multiple listing service, which if you're not familiar with the MLS, the multiple listing service, it's where all of the homes that are for sale or were recently for sale are listed in our database. Now, one of the phenomenon, I guess you could call it, is this example of when a home starts at one price point and there's a sad story of it chasing the market all the way down and oftentimes never selling.
That's right.
Well, what's going on there, Gary?
Well, a lot of people look at that and say, oh, that's an indicator of what's going on in the marketplace. It's a horrible market to sell. Here's the reality. It started out with a poor pricing strategy to begin with.
What do you mean by that?
Well, so there are three different ways that we can price a home. Number one, we can price a home out of the market. And when we price something out of the market, it is so overpriced that in order to get the home into the market, we chase the market down, and that's where you see price reduction after price reduction after price reduction.
Well, the thinking, to flip that around though, people will rationalize or justify placing that higher price because they're like, there's that concept of horse trading where they figure, well, we'll price it up here and someone will come in and we'll meet them halfway and that'll be the price that we really want. Well, the problem with that is that they don't come in halfway, they just reject the property, right?
They move on and they'll go find another house. And so that's a big danger. Now, a second way that you can price a home is where we call limbo land.
What's that?
And well, it's halfway in between being overpriced and being in the market. And this is a place where people will overprice and say, well, we just need a little bit of negotiating room there. Buyers see this, they know this, they may even come see the house, but they know that your home is overpriced and they won't even make an offer and they're on to the next. And then here's the danger. When you do reduce your price to get into the market range, they've already seen it and they're like, oh, we're on to the next.
Right, because what happens is it's too little too late.
Yes.
Right? They've already seen it. They're like, well, for that small reduction, I'm not going to go look at it again and I'm moving on to the next home. But what happens is you have all these, at that point too, it's difficult to make a price reduction that's big enough to get the market's attention.
That's right.
Because then you end up doing little by little by little until you end up like severely discounting a property oftentimes. And at that point, a lot of people just take their home off the market.
Well, and we're seeing that a lot right now. And so that is the danger of overpricing or being in limbo land. Now, the third place where we work with our clients on to have a very good and powerful pricing strategy is we help our clients price their home in the market. And where in the market is where we determine where a buyer is willing and able to pay a price to purchase that house. And here's the phenomenon that happens here. Quite often, it drives demand up, more buyers come see the house, and sometimes we're getting multiple offers on that home, which will get higher than market value.
Well, this happens all the time. If you go look at what's happening in the marketplace, when you see that home that is well priced, if you were in the market to purchase, when you see that home that's been priced in the market, everyone immediately gravitates towards it, right? That's the house that when you have the open house for, people are flocking to it. That's the one where you're getting a lot of calls on it because people recognize that that's good value right there. And at that point, because of the interest, there's this weird phenomenon that happens that people will start to say, I want that home.
That's exactly right.
And I'm willing to pay above what they're asking because look at clearly everyone else is thinking that way too. It's almost like creating an auction-like environment.
Well, that's exactly right. And so what we want to avoid is the sad story. In fact, let's go ahead and pull up this sheet that I pulled up, Chris. What you'll see here is this is a sad story example of a home that was priced out of the market. And what you see here is you see price reduction after price reduction. And then ultimately with this home, it was taken off the market. Why? Because it didn't sell. And more than likely, the seller doesn't even know why it didn't sell. And so what we need to make sure of is that you avoid that sad story and that you have a full strategy around your pricing mechanism to sell your home. So if you would like more information about our pricing strategy, certainly reach out to us here online. And if you would like a specific pricing strategy customized to you and your home and your situation, contact us for a free in-house consultation.